What's up, guys? My name is Lev. I'm an ESTJ. I'm here to talk about the charisma style of the ESTP, which might just be my favorite type out of all the 16 personality types. One that I wish I was, but I ended up with the J. So, why are we doing this? Well, the reason why is you want to attract the right kind of people in your life. Ones that are going to love you for who you are, what you bring to the table, and are going to just eat you up like I would, like an ESTJ would, like an ISTJ would, like anything else. But it's also maybe a way to pick away and try and understand based on certain kind of things that people do to help you type others and figure out, well, like, is this person ESTJ? Is this person ESTP? Also, it is there to help you out when it comes to maximizing who you are, because you want to focus in on using these cognitive functions, which will help you naturally attract people that have the opposite cognitive functions instead of using functions that aren't yours. Like if you're an ESTP, well, you don't really want to necessarily be using extroverted intuition because that is your last function. So, what does this mean? That means the guys, you guys get the girls, and the girls, you get the guys that you boys want, and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's just move on. First thing first, for ESTPs to do, and what they love and tend to do, and if you're an ESTP, you should be doing this, is building anticipation. That's right. We're talking about the very first sentence that you should have. If somebody asks you, like, to tell you a story, the very first thing you should say is, like, dude, man, this was an amazing story, or something along those lines, instead of just like giving the straight up answer. Because you don't want to be average, you don't want to be just any ESTP, right? ESTPs, man, they're the coolest of the bunch. You guys have you have that energy, you have that SE energy that makes you just like, people like are super attracted to you. Like, you guys are magnets. You have the ability to grab people's attention. So build anticipation with that kind of energy. Just to get this out of the way, right before we continue on, we're talking about people like The Rock is an ESTP. Chris Hemsworth, I put Thor down there because it's like smaller than Chris Hemsworth. So, but maybe Thor is also an ESTP. That's why maybe they actually were a good match for each other as actor and, character. Joe Rogan, ESTP. Damn straight, Joe Rogan. He talks the truth. Emilia Clarke, I typed her as ESTP. But you can go and verify yourself because, frankly, I'm not exactly too sure. But she does have a lot of the similar traits as these guys. And, of course, Markiplier, who I've grown to really like in terms of a YouTube Let's Player. Very angry kind of person at times when, he can't get over the cliff or over the... I don't remember the game, what it's called. But yeah, he's super entertaining. These people are very much entertaining people, and there's tons more ESTPs out there that exhibit other kind of traits. So learn from them and learn from this right here as well. So number 2, build people up. Okay, it's one thing to tease. I like to tease, but sometimes I don't tease that well, like right and all that. What you have to do instead is, if you're gonna tease them, don't forget to add like a little bit of a compliment when you're teasing them. So it's like, you gotta say, like, if somebody's being a little bit of a baby or a little bit of a, you gotta make sure that you don't like ruin their ego. That's what your FE child can do really well. I mean, yes, FE users, they love, and especially STPs and NFJs, they love to embarrass people. But again, you're there to also bring up those people and bring up the status of other people as well. That's what you guys love to do, and that's what you should be doing, because your FE child will be satisfied. Other people will feel more appreciated and will love your jokes. It's like, okay, if somebody were to make a bad joke, you could just like tease them in a way that puts them down, but if you try and laugh with them instead, it helps you bring them up so that next time they don't feel so bad, and they can actually try and make a better joke, and they don't feel so bad right after that kind of joke, right? Make sure you're making other people feel good if you want to be a charismatic person and if you want to attract the right kind of people in your life. Moving on. Number 3, gesticulate. Sounds a bit perverted, but hear me out. We're talking 3 things: the volume that you speak, the body language that you show, and the facial expressions. So it's like you want to have high impact moments when you're speaking and you want to change the volume, the tone inflection of your voice. I should have probably put down voice instead of volume, but when you want to go big, you go big. And we're talking ESTPs. Hello, The Rock, Chris Hemsworth, Joe Rogan. They go big. We're talking massive. And I'm not saying in certain kind of areas, but I mean, they get their voices heard. And they don't let other people just like walk all over them. Now, The Rock and Joe Rogan, when they were younger, yeah, okay, they were kind of like a little bit shyer. More so, I know of Dwayne The Rock Johnson was a little bit more shyer. He was like kind of like boring and like just like wasn't really as lovable as he once was. But when he lets out and he is not afraid to be himself and express emotions and like pump himself out, then he's pumping other people up as well. And they're loving it because he's bringing in the energy. He's making other people feel good. And what else does he do? He adds body language stuff and all.
Hey, I want you to have a pretzel.
I got a pretzel! Oh. Now this is going to be the best video ever because I got myself a pretzel bun. Anyways, back to body language. He expresses himself. He, like, kind of uses the environment. If you ever seen SE users, they're very expressive. Like if you ever watched Celine Dion and James Corden carpool this pretzel bun, it was a bad idea. Shout out to my brother though. Not a bad pretzel bun. Could have been done a bit longer. SE critic be like that though. So here's the thing. Celine Dion, she expresses herself. She uses her body language, hand gestures, and all that to convey the emotion that she's having in her body. Not FI Trickster, but we're talking SG Hero and FE Child. They express themselves in like every single way, and it kind of involves people more, and they see more. It's all about go big or go home. Don't be average. Don't be a 5 in terms of like energy level. No, you guys are there to bring up the energy. You guys are the party animals. We SI users need you to bring up the energy and have a good time. Otherwise, it's going to be a boring shit show. So, the other thing is facial expressions. Now, when it comes to facial expressions, you want to smile big. I wish I could smile, but well, there you go. A little bit of smiling with my eyes and all. Smile big and very expressive with the eyes as well. It should come naturally to you. You should allow yourself to be yourself. And if you allow yourself to be yourself, you can naturally do these things. Again, go big or go home. Otherwise, you're wasting my time. You're being boring. I don't want to be on another date with an ESTP that isn't expressive, isn't being herself. It's not fun. Yeah, it would have been great, eh? Silver pair relationship, ESTJ, ESTP, but no. You got to be more expressive, okay? More, bigger. The next thing is be better than average. Why? Because people don't want just the direct answer. They want to know the why behind the answer. It's like if you ever heard Simon Sinek, INFJ, who is ESTP focused, he doesn't say, I should maybe write this down. What is the purpose of what you're doing? Why? Oh my gosh, this is no, I'm not doing that. I still have a pretzel to eat. Why do you do the things you do is more important than the what and the how. It's like where are you, people ask like, where are you from? You say Toronto. It's like, okay, but like you could say, well, I'm from the zoo. Pretty funny. Yeah, it's actually not that funny. But like go with something like bigger, and then if like somebody asks you like who's your favorite like singer or guitarist and whatever, you could say Led Zeppelin straight up, but then you could be like, I'll tell you why. That helps with you building anticipation. I'm gonna sneeze. And it also helps you with going big or going home, because people their ears perk up when they hear more about who you are on the inside, like why they like a certain person more than others, and it shows more about you. ESTPs, guys, you guys need to understand that your job is to make the party really big and really fun. And it's not just about the party. You got to understand, like just any party situation, we're talking about life. You got to make it seem like life is a party. Like even the most serious kind of situations, like the business meeting or like whatever, something professional and all that, people will appreciate those moments that are going to be like you bring some life to them. Whether it's through making people laugh or if it's whether it's, opening up or being a little bit more emotional and all that. Like, we don't want staleness. For as much as, like, ESTJs, they can be quite boring and all stale, but when an ESTP changes the tone of the environment, right, and brings out more out of themselves, then it allows others to also be themselves and all. That's this whole point of the charisma stuff, and that's why I'm trying to teach this to every single type. With the ESTPs here and the ESTJs last time, it's like if you can be yourself, other people can also be themselves. So, like I said, don't hold back. That's one thing that all these people, all types suffer from. I suffer from it, is holding myself back from just enjoying the experience or letting myself be the life of the party kind of deal. People will appreciate it. People will have your attention. And they will be loyal to you. I know you ESTPs, you love your loyalty more than anything. So please, take the 5, take it to a 20. Be the life of the party. Okay, it doesn't have to be a 20 all the time. We're saying be a 9 out of 10. Like, bro, Joe Rogan and The Rock, like, they're the ones that are giving the bro hugs. They're the ones complimenting you, telling you, like, dude, congratulations on graduating. Dude, this is really awesome and all that. Just, like, the little things like that as well. And it's just, like, build people up. I'm jumping all over the place. But, again, it all comes down to not being just an average kind of person. Now, this comes with an asterisk because you have to build yourself up so that others can see that and they'll see how genuine that is. And you got to be confident in yourself. That'll allow you to execute all of these kind of things. Now, the next thing is share the love. Again, it's like giving praise to other people, thanking them for other things. Now, I know ESTPs, they have FI Trickster. They're not necessarily the most thankful of all types, but what I can tell you is they don't put people down. They make sure that other people are in that same kind of environment, making themselves have that kind of positive kind of environment and not letting people go down. I much appreciate that from ESTPs. Really good for that. And they're just not assholes. Let's just be real. I mean, they will put you down to raise you back up. That's what they will do in situations where it's need be. But in most social situations, share the love. Let's have a good time. Number 7, be a universal toucher. When it comes to touching, SE users and FE, mostly these types. I've seen it with FE users as well. They love to touch and make you feel good and all that. Like a nice bro hug, like high fives and all that kind of stuff from the likes of Joe Rogan, The Rock. And it's just like, you're part of a wolf club at that point, and you just feel like you're closer to that person. That, as an FI user, loves to have those kind of moments. Okay? Take it from me. Okay? You're a silver pair. We love those kind of moments. It's great because it's like, it's not something that we're naturally good at, and we just want to like kind of let ourselves open up and allow ourselves to have like when it comes to something like, let's say, opening up our emotions, the FE child's there to give that hug and be like, it's okay, man. It's all good. If you can hear me, I'm trying to like replicate The Rock. That wasn't sounding like The Rock, but fuck it, I don't care. Anyways, be a toucher. People will naturally actually be able to come closer to you. You're almost like breaking a boundary for them. And it helps you become just emotionally closer in a way that isn't going to be like a turnoff for them. It's like a subliminal kind of thing, and they just naturally will just grow to like you more. Even at like the most harshest moments, I've seen Gary Vaynerchuk do this, where he's like ripping on somebody, but then once he chimes in with his effie child and like brings you in closer for that hug, you can't. It's hard for you not to love the guy, because again, even when you're brought down, it's all about bringing you back up. That's what matters. It's kind of like that hamburger approach where you start with like the good things of a person, and then you bring them down like with like the bad things in the middle, and then bring them back up again. Now, number 8 is engulf yourself with emotions. It's like when you're retelling a story. What you want to do is you want to relive that story, and then feel. Now I know this is saying much because you guys don't have FI, but feel the emotional environment that happened at that time and bring yourself back to that, and then engulf yourself in that. And then when you're telling the story, convey those emotions as you're telling it. It's going to come out so much more charismatic and so much more meaningful. People are going to be listening for these kind of things. It's going to be something bigger, more impactful. It allows you to actually validate those feelings if you see other people feeling it too. I know you guys don't have FI, so you should be using this as an advantage. It's like allowing yourself to like feel, if it's like a feeling of guilt, allow yourself that feeling of guilt when you're telling this story. Or if you see something really cute, which every child, they just love cute things, allow yourself to feel that cuteness. Or if you're engulfed by someone's generosity, hey, FI users can totally do that. Like, feel that through when you're telling a story about somebody's generosity. People are going to be captivated. Again, it comes back to being better than average. Take what's inside you and allow yourself to be okay with whoever you are. And use the cognitive functions to be you. To be the total you. Yes, you need a bunch of confidence to do this, but let me tell you, you're going to have more fun. People are going to be more attracted to you. Like, there's only one way for these people to be using these kind of things, these kind of tips and tricks, is that they have to have that confidence. And people love them. Like, why are we analyzing them? It's because these things were very charismatic. And if you do these things, ESTPs, you're going to be like The Rock. You're going to be like Chris Hemsworth, Joe Rogan, Emilia Clarke, Markiplier. Why wouldn't you want that? Because I'm attracted to, like, most of these people. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really too attracted. Like, girls, let's say this. I'm not really too attracted to, like, all the girls out there. But Emilia Clarke, she stands out because she does these things. She builds the anticipation. She laughs like crazy, and she's very expressive, and even I'm trying to replicate that. It's great. She's just so much fun to be around. She builds people up. She gesticulates. She goes big or go home, and she doesn't go home, that is, because she's going big, and she's better than average. Shares the love. Share the love. And I've seen, like, she touches the people by the hand and all this, and like hugs them and all that kind of stuff, and engulfs herself in emotions like happiness. It's all about like taking, like, you guys have SC, hero, and FE child. That's the positive. Those are the positive emotions. Bring that out. You're gonna have a good time. People are going to love you. Like myself, ESTJs and ISTJs and INFPs and ENFPs and ISFJs, right? Those are your like highest relationships in terms of the top 5. You're gonna attract those people. They're gonna be loyal to you. They're going to love to hear what you think. They're just going to feed you with great morals and great emotions and all that, and you're going to just swallow that up and eat it whole. And then you're NI inferior. Well, guys, here's the thing, right? If you don't know what you want, do these things, and then the canvas is open. Any users will come out there and be like, look, here are the options I think that are good for you. Here are the best options, and then you'll be able to take that NI and then just go anywhere with it, because you're going to know what you want, and you're not going to be afraid to be stuck in analysis paralysis and failure to launch syndrome anymore. That's kind of like what The Rock had to do. That's kind of like what Joe Rogan had to do. Almost Emilia Clarke. I'm not too sure about Markiplier and Chris Hemsworth. I think also Chris Hemsworth had a story similar to that. But guys, the point is, go big, go home, build anticipation, follow these rules. More to come. This is just like a short video. I didn't want it to be too big because there's more I could talk about ESTPs. And I do want to talk about more other types. But for now, here are the ESTPs. Alright, well, whatever. That was not the best video I could ever make. But it sure as heck is, you know, a start. So, guys, please like. That would help me a lot. Please subscribe, especially if you're an ESTP, because, hey, more content from an ESTJ, the better, right? I mean, you know, because we're the silver pair. Woo. Woo. Anyways. Oh, one more thing. Don't be taking yourself too seriously, right? That's one of the big things ESTJs struggle with, but honestly, like every single type struggles with it. It's all like just laugh and tease about yourself. You guys can self-deprecate. That's how you guys do the self-deprecating jokes. That's like, you guys are the best at that. You guys are the funniest people. Like Norm Macdonald. Oh my gosh, so funny. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video and if I should redo it, or if you think that I did a good job, or if you want to see more. And just like tell me, give me something to work with in terms of like what should I do to improve the videos. So thank you guys for watching. Love you all. I love ESTPs. Marry me. All right, peace out, guys. Cheers.